about this. So what you do here is this character is kind of a little big now. You can make it smaller by going to looks and then setting its size to
Sir,
yes.
there's a big notification on my screen,
I can't see it.
but it's uh but I can see it.
Okay, just forget, just ignore it. Okay, that's not needed right now. Okay, so set size, bring out this set size block, and you need to set size to 70
But I can't see what you're doing.
because I'm controlling your screen. You just need to see your screen. See your scratch. Okay,
No,
don't.
but in my screen it says this meeting is being recorded by the host or participant.
Yes.
Sir, he's talking about that notification. It says recording in progress.
Okay, so you need to click on OK on that, nothing else. Because I can't see it, by the way.
I done it.
Thank you. And now you see that what I do is I'm going to set this character is kind of very large. So let's make it smaller. So in order to make it smaller, you are going to use this block in the looks portion. You find this set size to, you bring it out and you make this 70. So this would now become a little smaller, right? Once it has gone smaller, you just place it where you want it to be. When you start the game and go to motion thingy and bring out this go to block and just put it at the bottom like that. So now first your character would make its size smaller and then it would come to this position. Now we are going to make this character understand that it is moving and then it is going to understand that how does it jump. So first we make this character move. So in order to make this character move, remember how we animated things. We animated things by using the forever block. So I will put out a forever block and define that how does this character moves. So this character moves by changing its costume. So if you put this next cost next costume inside the forever block, this character would look like that this is moving, but this is moving very fast, right? So let's make it slower. So make it slower by adding weight between its changing costumes. So you ask this character to wait for some time before it changes costumes. So this wait time is going to be small. So we would add 0.05 here. So now this character is moving with suitable speed. Okay. You just attach it here, and this is how this character is going to work now. So that's how it works. Okay. So now we are going to make this character jump. So jumping is like moving up and then coming down. So first we will ask this character to go up, and it can go up by changing
Excuse me, sir.
its y value. Yes.
This is already in our code, right?
This is already in your code. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm just repeating it. So this helps your character repeat 15 and change y by 8 to move up. And now you do the same thing and then your character comes down. But now you're going to change y by -8. So first it was +8 to make it go up, then -8 by going or to come down. You join both of them together and you see that your character first goes up and then comes down. So it's like this character is jumping, right? Mashayim, is that right? Does this character look like that it is jumping?
Yeah.
So now we are going to make sure that this jumping is done by a button. So make this jump only when we press a certain button. So for that, we are going to bring out this if block. This if block would would check if we have pressed a button. If that is true, it would jump, otherwise it would not jump. Okay, so first let's go to sensing and now bring out this one which says key space pressed and put it here. Just put this whole if block inside this forever block, and now you have this every character walking, and when you press the space it jumps just like that. Okay, so this is what we had done till yesterday. Now you are going to see my screen and you're going to try to practice that same thing. Okay, so I have made half of your game now. So okay, from here we start the process of the jumping game. I am really sorry, I would have to maybe do it again for myself, but I would do it very quickly.
It's okay, sir.
So every walking,
When you were explaining it to him, I was like the customs category, right?
yes,
After the code one, I was
Cus-
customizing my character.
you were customizing your character. That's very good. You set size to 70 and then you tell where to start the game. For that, you go to the motions block, pick out the correct motion block and just add it here. So I'm going to make it speedily now. Next thing is that how do you move? So in order to show that your character is moving, you pick up this forever block and put the next costume block in it from the looks section. And in the looks section, what you have next is that you need to add this wait block here. So you say that you wait 0.05 seconds, and this is how your character is doing right now. Now you need the jumping mechanism. The jumping is basically done through repeat and change Y by. So Y helps you to move up and down. So that is why you change Y by 8 and repeat this step 15 times to go up. And then you do the same thing by changing the Y by -8 to come down. So both of these things, if done together, it gives an impression that this character is kind of jumping. Now you see that how do you make this jump? This jump is basically made with a button, and that button is defined through if. So you put this code inside this if block and tell that if the key space is pressed, then this character would do this up and down movement, otherwise it would keep moving forward. So I have made that part very quickly right now. So let's do the next thing. Now we need obstacles or the things coming from the opposite side, which our character is going to avoid by jumping. And whenever it jumps, it would get points for that. We will discuss how to get points tomorrow, but today we are going to focus on the obstacle. So we need an obstacle. So in order to get an obstacle, we again need to go to the choose a sprite option and select a suitable object that can work as a hurdle. हम एक और object लेंगे और वो object एक hurdle होगा. If your character touches that object, you lose the game or the game is over. If you keep on jumping them, if you avoid touching them, you score more points. So first,
I want my object to be a car.
it's up to you, whichever object you want, but the car would not look suitable, let's say. So we can have any of the objects. There are a lot of objects available. And I am going to
I think
use,
I'll take the ball.
it's up to you, whichever you want to use. I am going to use, you can take the ball. The ball is kind of very good, but I'm going to pick up and choose either this rocks or maybe, what else can I use? There are no much characters that I can choose other than that. So it's up to you.
Sir,
Yes.
are there cactus?
You can use a cactus. Is there a cactus available in this one? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't see, I don't see a cactus here. So that is why we might not be able to use Cactus directly. We would have to download and update that if we want to use it. So that is kind of a longer process. So let's say that we use these rocks. I like rocks, or we can use the hedgehog also if we want. But better than that is using rocks. So I'm going to use rocks. So this rock is kind of very big. I'm going to make it smaller. You can make it smaller by changing its size here. 30 is kind of very small, so let's make it 40. So this is fine. So this object can come towards this side, and you need to avoid this by jumping over it. So these rocks, let's program them now. These rocks are going to start here at this point, whichever point this is. So go to motions and pick up this go to block. This is exactly fine. Now this rocks need to go to this side, and this side is, just place your rock at this position, just place your rock at this position and get the sides. That is, now your character needs to go from this side to this side. I will just try to make the Y position kind of similar. So Y position is minus 145. I would try to keep it minus 145 here as well. And now you pick up this glide to block and change its 147 to 145
What
right
are
now.
those two block name again?
It says go to block. This helps your character to go to a certain position. This is glide to block. This would look like that your object is flying or flowing towards the other side like that.
They're both
See?
in the motion category.
They both are in the motion category, yes. So you need to use go to, and then you need to use glide to. Adjust the object's speed. Adjust the object's speed. You can see that this object is kind of moving very fast.
Sir, I can't find them.
First, you need to click here on the object, rocks, and then you would be able to find them. They are very simple. Go to and glide to. Okay. So first one is that you use the go to block to make your character go on this side.
Let's go to try.
And after that, you use this glide to block to allow it to go on the other side like that. You can set your character's
Sir,
speed. Yes, Zuhair.
it's glide to 1 SECS to random
Yes,
position.
it says glide 1 seconds to random. Do not use the random position one. Okay, use the one that says glide 1 second to X and Y.
Sir, my code is not working.
Yeah, it would work. I'm not sure that how you are using it, but it would work. See, this glide to block, you need to adjust the time. So I would say that 2 seconds would be a good time. This way, your character is going to move a little slower. Attach both of them together, and this is what happens. And this is how it is happening, right? So you start, and this is how this character comes in. You need to jump to avoid it, but currently this jump is kind of
You have to connect both of them.
Yes, you have to connect both of them. That way, this would start and this would go towards the other side. Also, this code is not complete as of yet. So let's try to just refine it a little. So first, your character goes here. After that, it goes on the other side. But before it goes on the other side, what should happen? So you would say that after this character goes on this side, it is going to touch something here. So let's add that line here. So we would want a line on this side. So let's bring out a line from our sprites. Go to sprites library and select a line here.
Yeah, there's a line. I got the red line.
Yeah, that is this one. So you are just going to make this direction 0. So this line is upwards and just place it here like that. So now you can tell your rock that if it touches the line, it needs to go back. So you can say
Okay.
that you can
Sir,
say
you
that,
are saying this.
yes, see very carefully, okay? So now you tell your object to go to this position. When it starts from here, you tell your object to go to this position. And once it goes there and it touches a line, so you're going to break out the if block and go to the sensing block to check if it is touching. So you say that if touching line, if touching line, your object
Sir,
goes back to this position.
sir, can you tell me your X and Y? Sir, how have you changed the position of the line?
The position
I
of the
cannot.
line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you once again. So once you select this line from here, line. So this line is like that. Okay, you don't want a line like that. You want a line upside down. So this is left to right. You want it up and down. So this is horizontal line. You want a vertical line, vertical line. This vertical line is can be get from changing its direction. So you go to select this line and then you change its direction. You change its direction like this one. So this line is now vertical and you just pick it up and put it where you want this line to be, just like that. And you are done. Okay, and you're done
Okay,
just like
thank
that.
you, sir.
Now you start telling your character this stone,
Excuse me,
this,
sir.
yes,
My ball keeps going up.
keeps going up. Why?
Yes. It's grids. I connect the go to X and Y to the glide block and it just keeps flying up.
Okay, let me just check your code. Let me just check your code. So first, let me define the mechanism for my part. Now, this is what is happening. It touches that and starts coming from the back again. Okay. So this kind of is working fine. The every actually needs to step a little forward. So I'm just going to make it instead of 193, I'm going to make it 180. So the every is kind of a little forward. Yeah. Now if it jumps and it can easily avoid those rocks. Rocks. Okay. So after this one, you can now tell every that if it touches the rock, it can lose the game. So you already have a forever loop running inside this code. Just go to the controls and bring out an if block and tell through this if block that if every, so now I have selected every and I'm coding for that. If every touches, so you go to touching, sensing and bring out the
Sir,
touching block. Yes. Yes. Zuhair.
you said you were gonna look at my code.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, please. So now
Okay.
now you tell every that if it touches rocks, it is going to lose the game, and by losing the game, we need to we mean that we stop everything. So just put it inside every's forever loop. Now you would see what happens that if every touches the rocks, it stops. Okay. And if it keeps on jumping from these rocks, it won't stop. So first I need the every and the rock to, let's say, go there. And then I want to tell every to start. Now that if she jumps over the rocks, everything works fine. But if she touches any of these rocks like that, the game is going to stop. Okay, so our game is almost complete right now. Now I can see what the problem is that you are having, Zuhair.
Yes.
Yes.
Share screen.